Hey everyone, it's Jessie checking in from Valdisere this Saturday morning. And what a morning it is, as the official opening weekend is finally here, and honestly, it couldn't have started with a bigger bang. If you were really determined to enjoy the snow yesterday before the lifts were open, you had to work for it. With the resort still closed, the only way up was with your touring kit, skins on, head down, and that long climb all the way to Bellewaerde. But the reward, an untouched descent with not a single soul in sight. For anyone who made the effort, it was absolutely worth every step. With the insane snow we've had over the past week, this is one of the best season kickoffs we've seen in years. Before we get into the forecast, a quick tip if you're heading up the mountain today. Make sure you download the Valdisere ski app. It's genuinely one of the most useful tools on the hill. You get live lift and piste openings, real-time status updates, and, starting today, GPS tracking of all the shuttle buses running through the village. If you forget your paper piste map or just want something quicker, this app will save your day more than once. It was a calm and very cold night in town. Temperatures stayed between -5 and -8 degrees, dipping to around -8 degrees late last evening before slowly rising again toward the early morning. No snow fell at all. The entire night remained completely dry with no new accumulation. Winds were very light, generally between 1 and 3 kilometers per hour, with only the occasional small gust reaching around 10 kilometers per hour. Overall, it felt still and quiet across the village. The snowpack remains steady at around 54 to 56 centimeters, unchanged from yesterday, a good solid base as we head into opening day. Overnight into Saturday, it stayed mostly cloudy, but things begin to clear nicely this morning. We're set for a sunny day overall, with just a few harmless clouds rolling in during the afternoon. Temperatures in the village will climb to around 1 degree Celsius, and it will feel pretty comfortable for late November. Winds stay very light throughout the day, just a gentle airflow between 1 and 7 kilometers per hour. They'll come from the southeast overnight and shift to easterly during the day, but it'll stay calm down here in town. Up on Bellewaerde, it's a similar story. The sky clears through the morning and stays bright into the afternoon with only a few clouds drifting by later on. Expect summit temperatures to peak around -2 degrees Celsius, which is honestly perfect for opening weekend skiing. Wind conditions are very favourable for lift operations. Light air through the morning, becoming a light breeze of around 7 to 12 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. Winds start from the west overnight and turn southwest during the day. Visibility should be excellent, and overall it looks like a very smooth first day on the mountain. Let's talk safety. The official bulletin d'estimation du risque d'avalanche issued by Météo France highlights continued instability linked to a persistent weak layer buried in the snowpack. Above 2,000 metres, the avalanche risk sits at level 3, which means marked on all aspects. Below that, it drops to level 2, which means limited. A few key points to keep in mind today. There are still wind-drifted powder slabs lingering from earlier in the week. Most are hard to spot and sit within the deep recent snow. These slabs can produce medium-sized avalanches, size 2. In some colder north-facing slopes above 2,000 metre, a persistent weak layer can be triggered by a single skier. If that layer goes, it can release the entire recent snowpack, resulting in a large avalanche, size 3. Remote triggering and wide propagation remain possible wherever this fragile layer exists. On the spontaneous side, only a few small slides are expected, mainly on steep, sun-exposed high mountain slopes. A few glide-related avalanches are also possible on grassy or rocky faces, where the ground wasn't snow-covered before this big storm. As for snow quality, conditions are excellent for the date. Around 60–80 centimetres of fresh, light snow sits at the mid-mountain level, up to 80 to 100 centimetres in the areas around La Plagne and the Lozère. The very highest slopes have seen some wind effect, and steep south faces may have an early morning crust, but overall coverage is fantastic. If you're planning to explore the mountains this season, remember, off-piste skiing is dangerous. Always take a qualified guide and never go off-piste without a transceiver, shovel and probe, and most importantly, know how to use them and practice regularly. And here's what's happening around town today. Le Petit Danois. Après officially starts this Saturday. Karen and Andreas kick things off from 5:30 p.m. So if you want the first proper party of the winter, that's where you'll find it. Bibar. chill and cheers night. This is their signature evening: a guest DJ, a warm atmosphere, and seriously good drinks, deals on pints, vodka, rum, gin, whiskey, and shots. Join them tonight from 9:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. La Baraque is open. Restaurant, bar, live music, club, you name it, they do it, and they do it extremely well. Cocktails, food, their live band, their DJs. It's always buzzing and always worth dropping into. With so many venues reopening and a perfect weather window, today is shaping up to be a classic Valdisere opening day. That's all from me for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with your latest weather, snow conditions, and another roundup of what's happening across the resort. If you know of any places opening or events worth sharing, pop them in the comments. We'll make sure they get a mention. Have a brilliant day and enjoy life in the Alps.
Forecast information provided by Meteoblue.com, Infoclimat.fr, and Meteo France. Remember that conditions in the Alps can change quickly, so always check before heading out. Webcam images courtesy of the official Valdisere website. And massive thanks to Tilly Abbott for the footage of her touring day.